Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ohio Richlands. Today we've got quite a busy one, and then jumping into next month where we've got the grape harvest. So the 1st of September, I'm assuming it's the 1st, we've never had it kind of later on, so yeah, next month is the grape harvest. Then the month after we've got our corn, soybeans and sunflowers as well. Just now we need to sell 10 Angus cows because it is the start of the month, which is there. So another $31,250 into the bank. We do need to, we could just quickly check. There's a few contracts as well. I seen this one and I thought, yes, we could maybe do that one, but it's potatoes, so it's going to take all day. The fertilizer one's not a big job, so we're going to leave that. Cultivating we could potentially do, but we'll wait till later on. The cows, where are we? Holsteins. So we should have one in a couple of months. We'll have another 20 of them. But we've got 22,000 litres of milk. We need to split that between the potato factory and the rest down to the dairy, because the dairy is getting quite low. And we were going to put some in here just to top it up. Where are we? Milk. So 5,500 litres. We'll top that up. The bread is still fine. Starch is being made from premium potatoes, which is fine. We need to take down a load of soybeans and potentially 2 loads of potatoes to top that up, because it's going kind of all the time now. We're not running out of anything, at least not yet. We do have 3,600 litres stored there, so we're going to have to take that back up to the containers as well. And we started the closed productions again. We managed to get a whole pallet over into there. I think we're going to be chasing ourselves again because there's only 300 litres of a pallet worth there. And any wool today we're going to take down to the spinneries to keep them going. I did think we could potentially put another spinnery at the other bit of land we now own, because we just need to chop down some trees, and the income from that trees alone could pay towards, not most of it, but half of it I would say. Then we could quite easily achieve about $80,000 for some wood out of there. That was stopped because we've only got 4,000 litres left, but I think we've got plenty of bread. We've got 3,500 litres there. Actually, we could start that production for today again and just run that flour right down to nothing and get as much bread out of it as we can. But apart from that, that's all there is to do for today. So I'm going to take the Jeep. What we're going to do first, before we do anything else, the Angus cows need fed as well. But before we do anything else, we're going to jump in the pickup, go up and take a look now that it's daytime, and have a look at our new field, what we've done with it, take a look at the equipment we've got in the daylight, and have a look at the trees. We're going to jump over to the other grapevine area and we're going to take a look there. So we'll see you up there in just a minute. Well, here we are. We better not run them over. We'll just leave the pickup there. So our grapevines are coming along well. I think they're fully fertilized. I think they are. It says on the map they're fully fertilized, so I don't know what that figures. It says 80%, and they've been run over twice, I know that, so I'm pretty sure it's good. But here we go, here is our saplings. Not very much at the moment, but we have, believe it or not, we have 100 of them here. I think we've got three rows there all the way down the end of the field, and I can just see another row here. We must have ran out there but didn't buy another pallet, because then we would be way too close to our grapevines. So yeah, 100 trees in there growing. They should take about 2 years. That's what I did kind of grow them really quickly on another map, just to see how long they took. So it is around 2 years. It's kind of about the same time scale we've got for the cows that go into the cow barn, if we can get the cow barn pretty quickly. So here's hoping we get that. We don't really have much contracts to do apart from fertilising. As we said, we didn't want to take on anything that was labour intensive, that took up quite a lot of time. We want to try and push through this last bit of the series quite quickly. So the episodes may well be quite fast paced. But we'll head over here now. We're going to check out this new bit of land we've got. I'm still getting used to this steering wheel. It takes a bit of getting used to. You can probably hear it rumbling about in the background because it's got force feedback, so I'm still getting used to the fact it kind of fights you when you steer. Anyway, down in here, I'm going to overshoot this junction. No, there we go. While we're up here, we can check on the sheep as well and see we have quite a bit of wool sitting there. I did move it to the side the other day I was up to make room because sometimes it produces it quite quickly. So we can get that dealt with today as well. But we'll just drive in here because it should be relatively decent. We did kind of landscape it up kind of okay. So there is our firewood processor and our planter. And a nice large area to turn around in here. Well, for now, oh, we've left a hole there. I'll need to go and fill that in. Right, let's jump out and take a look at what we've got here. So a nice narrow kind of entrance in. We're going to try and keep the trees around the edge where possible, just to keep it kind of hidden as best as we can. We don't want to go right up to the edge of everything. But this was all full of trees here. We cut them down, processed them through as firewood. Flattened this area out. Apart from what I've just noticed now is this hole, which we're going to have to go and sort out. So yeah, the cow barn, this is big enough to fit the cow barn quite decently. I think with the idea of putting the fabric, the spinnery up here as well, we could potentially make a little road through here just now and cut trees up at the far end to keep it away from here, from the cows. Because I don't really have plans as to what else to put in here because it is quite a large area. In fact, you'll see on the mini map there, as we go up to here, this is the boundary, this is where we cut up to, and we're just over a quarter of the way there, I would say. So if we've made 80,000 off of what the trees were here, we are going to make a fortune from the trees still to go. But a little look at what we've got here. This is the new planter. Now you can kind of see it in the daylight. It does do poplar and trees, but obviously we're not doing poplar because we need the money from the wood to be made into firewood. So another nice addition. We're going to need to take that tractor back as well onto the mixer wagon because we used the 8R with the double wheels and it's no use for getting into the cow barns. But this is the firewood processor in the daylight now. So it picks them up manually, automatically up into there, loads it onto the belt. It pulls it forward till it hits the stop, chainsaw cuts it, drops down into this, and that plate has a ram behind it, pushes it through this 6-way splitter into 6 pieces and up out into a trailer. We did actually have them running straight onto the ground here before, and then found out when we used the bucket with a telehandler, it was a waste of time. It just kept pushing them along the ground and we spent ages. That's what took up most of the time with the last episode, doing that. But when we cut down trees, if we choose to cut the trees down in this episode or the next one, we will definitely get some footage of that. It's quite amazing to see the firewood processing unit. It's quite amazing to see that in action. But while we're here, I'll check up on the sheep, get them fed, and we'll just leave the Jeep here, I suppose. So we'll get them fed, then we'll go down, do all the other things we mentioned, get the loads of potatoes down, get the soybeans down as well. And I think all our fields, let's just check. Are the fields fertilised? In fact, we could check here as well. This will definitely tell us. So yeah, it is fully fertilised. There is the dark blue in there. And up here we've got dark blue as well. So they're definitely fully fertilised. So is our new cornfield that we didn't plant but we've now acquired. So it's fully fertilised, and so are these fields down here. This one obviously not, because we've just harvested that not long ago. It doesn't need ploughed, does it? No. And we won't know if the other ones need ploughed. I don't know about sunflowers. I don't know if it needs ploughed after that or not. So that could be something else to do with the new John Deere spreader, because we've got the dry box we can put lime into and it gets it done a lot quicker. See, it said fully fertilised here, but it's still 80 odd %. I know here is, see now we're 90, 100% fertilised here, but the other one is only 80 something, so I don't know what's happening there. Anyway, let's go and get the sheep fed, because I think they need a little bit of feed in here, some grass bales. Yeah, they'll need a couple there. Water we're kind of okay with just now, we can get away with till next month. We can maybe bring the tanker up here when we start doing the grapes, because everything is up here for the grapes. Right, let's crack on with today, get this done and do a little time lapse. Well, it's now the 1st of September, first thing in the morning, and we've got 10 Angus cows to sell, so we're going to do that first, but we have quite a lot to do. The rain is due in about an hour and a half. We've got grapes ready to harvest, we've got all the wool to get put away before that happens, we've got croquettes, butter and chocolate to move as well. So let's get these 10 Angus cows sold. That's them here. So that's them sold, ready to go. We're going to take the pickup, and I think we're going to get the wool done first and then get the other pallets sorted out. We did spend $14,700 on a new gooseneck trailer, which you've seen in that clips, loading up with firewood. So that is our firewood only trailer that we now have. What I'm actually going to do quickly before we do that is give this Jeep a quick wash, just so I can see out the windows. We also got $17,871 for a load of firewood that we took out of the forest yesterday. And we spent $60,000 on a spinnery. We only got that because that's going to even out the production, and it's going to allow us to keep producing clothes all year round without having to wait on things being ready. But we're going to go and get this done. We've got to get pallets moved in that, and we'll see you up at the forest in a minute for the spinnery. So we'll go and get this done and hopefully get the harvest done before the rain comes, but I think it's very unlikely. The sunflowers are coming along nicely as well. So let's get going with today. We should actually be able to get barley in today as well. I think this is the first planting window today, but we're going to get this done first. We'll get the wool put into the spinnery. Actually, we could do that first. Oh, I braked way too late there. I hope there's nothing coming. I really wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my notes I've got. That's what I was doing. Oh, there was a truck there. Right, let's get going here. We'll see you up there in just a second. Right, here we are. This is the first job. We're going to hook up to our trailer. I got enough room there? Yes, we do. So yeah, we got the spinnery placed yesterday. We'll just get hooked into this trailer here. I think I'm way off center there. Yeah. Right, that's us hooked in. I preloaded this yesterday because I knew this was going to be the first job to do today. I just didn't quite expect the weather to be so against us. We need to do something with that fence as well, get a bit of it taken off. We're going to be doing this all the time. Or at least take a bit out of the back there we can just nip straight through beside the grapevines. But our first look in here, this is the new trailer I was on about, the $14,700. So that is our firewood trailer now. So the pickup's becoming more and more useful and part of the farm. But now we have a little track up in here for removing the wood. I don't think we're going to do anything like concrete or asphalt wise. I think we're just going to leave it as it is. We might smooth it out a little bit, kind of give it a bit of a grade, but here is our new spinnery, tucked away in the wood. We'll just jump out here. So yeah, another spinnery to add to what we have. $60,000, so it wasn't too much, but I think it's gonna, at least now that we know we've got a 600 litre, I think it is, deficit every month, or every day, I can't remember which way it is now. Yeah, we're losing 600 litres either a month or per day, I don't know. So yeah, this is going to stop that happening. So we should be able to produce clothes 24/7 all year round now. I don't think it's going to give us more clothes pallets when it comes to sell them, but it's definitely not going to be able to stop the production. Right, we'll get these loaded in, then see if we can get the other stuff done at the other productions. And before the rain comes, hopefully, get this grapes harvested. Well, that's us caught up with everything so far today. All we need to do is plant barley, but obviously this weather isn't letting off for the next couple of hours, so we've got to wait it out and plant later on this afternoon, probably about 3-4 o'clock, once the ground has dried out a good bit. We did move 5,000 litres of chocolate, that's put in here. We've got 4,900 litres of croquettes, they are in the containers, and we took 6,000 litres of clothes up here as well. But the only thing left to do that we can do just now, let's go and start the production for raisins. So we'll activate that. We've got 192 left over from the last crop and 17,600 litres from this crop we've just harvested. And once they're ready, we can put them in here and start producing. We need to put corn in, which is here. 85,000 litres of that, so we've got plenty left. Honey, we've actually got quite a lot of honey stacked up the back of that shed there with the bales. The only thing we need is maybe a bit more oats. How much have we got in oats? None. When can we plant oats? Oh no. Oh, we've missed the window completely for oats this year. Well, this is going to be a bit of an issue, I think. Let's just do a quick calculation here. So we need... It's all based on raisins because we can't do anything until next year now. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so we've got 17,800 litres in total. So we're going to need about 35,600 litres ish of oats in total. So yeah, we're going to need a bit more. So we're only going to manage to produce 7,000 litres of raisins. 7 and a bit thousand litres of raisins, so we only need to put in 15 and a bit thousand litres of corn. And then honey, we need to put in the same amount of raisins, which is only going to be about 7,000 litres of raisins. Yeah, we're not going to get much cereal. We will get a bit. It's not going to be what we thought though. Well, the only thing we can do is make sure the croquettes are still on target. And we also started that, I've set it to distributing to see if it puts it straight into the clothes shop. I don't know which one it's going to go into. Obviously we've got two, that one's not, why is that not running? Oh, they're both not running, right, okay. Well, I moved fabric down earlier when we were down moving stuff about and picking up the clothes and chocolate and croquettes. So we've got them running again. Will that now empty here? No. Right, okay. The only thing which is next is the sunflowers into the oil mill for sunflower oil, and we're just going to sell that directly, I think. Croquettes, what we're looking at. So we put in more soybeans. That's actually all the soybeans we've got left, isn't it? Yeah. So no more soybeans now. That was for vegetable fat, but we can use sunflower oil for vegetable fat once we run out of soybeans. So we're kind of sorted there. Potatoes, we've got plenty. We've still got, I don't know how many litres up here at the farm. Water's no problem, we can get that, that's very easy. Vegetable fat, we actually stopped the soybean production because it was getting very high. Oh no, it's the starch we need to stop, so it's this one. Right, let's change it, let's activate the soybean one. So vegetable fat can catch up now. We've stopped the starch because it's getting quite high. The eggs, there's no issue. We did actually sell 54,000 litres of eggs just before this clip at the farm shop. That got us $57,585. So we could take, there was still some left there. That was all we could fit on the trailer actually. 54,000 litres is the limit. So we need to take about 5,000, maybe 4,000 litres of eggs down, but we can wait till tomorrow to do that. The milk is fine just now. Yeah, everything looks good. How much milk do we actually have with our cows? 6,000 litres, there's not much. And next month we'll get 20 Holstein calves as well. In fact, you know what we haven't done in a while? We need to feed the Angus cows, give them some straw as well. But I was just thinking we haven't sold sheep in a while, so there could be some very valuable sheep. Yeah, we've got a few at 675. Oh, 700. Another 675, 625, 75. Yeah, there's quite a bit. We could maybe sell some sheep as well. chickens are doing fine. We've still got plenty of barley. We've still got 200 and something, yeah, 205,000 litres, so that's no problem. We've got 19,000 litres of canola. We can put this into here. We can. So we could actually start the mill now and start producing oil, which means, would that allow us to put it in here? Ah, canola oil. So we are definitely sorted for vegetable fat. That's fine. This is my issue. That takes up 4 potatoes to get 1 starch. Yeah, that's going to be quite an issue because we don't have much potatoes left. And when is our window for potatoes? Yep, we've missed it this year. We could do one of that contracts, but then one of these is potatoes. Yeah, field 32, but that's a very large field up on the top right of the map. So that is going to take a good chunk out of the day, potentially well into tomorrow. And we really need to get the barley done today because then that means it's ready in the 1st of June. Yeah, lots of thinking here. I don't know, I don't think I'm going to take that contract on. We could actually later on today potentially take on these 3 cultivating contracts. That'll boost the bank quite significantly. Although I want to try and kind of stick to what I set with the fertilising only. But yeah, we're going to wait a little bit here, wait it out and see if it dries up. Later on in the afternoon we'll get the barley in. We'll probably do a little bit of a time lapse with that as well, and then kind of call the episode there, I think. But we've achieved quite a bit today. We've shown the new firewood processor working, so that was a bonus. We've got the new fabric factory, or the spinnery, and we've done the grape harvest, so we've done quite a bit. But we'll leave the episode there, and we'll see you again very soon for the next one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon.